Welcome. Yes. Today we're gonna be talking about a few different things. First thing we're gonna talk about though is Earth's inner core, maybe reversing its rotation. This is pretty important because essentially they tell you that your magnetic field is created by the Earth's core. The solidification pretty much of the inner core and the liquefaction of, I believe it's the mantle, the current that flows, the spin adds friction, the convection also adds an extra component, which then gives you, strongly induced magnetic fields that stretch out through space. So I think it's called the dynamo effect. But it's pretty interesting because either way, I personally I don't know if that's the truth. That could be like half the truth, you know what I'm saying? But I don't really know if that's the full truth. There's just too many circumstances out there that point at something else. Like, you look at Uranus, like Jupiter, all these gas planets, like Jupiter, for instance, has metallic hydrogen, Saturn, metallic hydrogen. They have very large magnetic fields. I think our inner core is contained of mainly nickel and iron and a few other elements that decay in iron and a few other radioactive isotopes, things of that nature. But pretty much a lot of these actually I'll use a different one. I'll use Ganymede, right? So they say Ganymede don't spin fast enough. The spin inside of the core matters, apparently, to it being able to distribute a magnetic field if it's gonna do it this way. So Ganymede don't spin like that. Either its interior don't spin like that, which is mainly probably what it is, or its exterior don't spin like that. But regardless, they both have different spins. So unless it's synchronized, but it kind of shows. It's almost like a 3D model. Like the outside of the Earth spins, and then you got the liquid, and then you got the inner. That's like 3 different rotations, and there may be more. Who knows? This is oh my bad. This is a very interesting object, to say the least. But again, the inner core, from what I've read, I don't believe it's finna stop and turn the other way. And if it does, then somebody fucking lied. That's all. Because if it does, I better not see. I don't even think the sky should be blue if this motherfucker go down, nigga. Like, so many things is going the magnetic field, nigga, I'm not saying we gonna look like Venus, you know what I'm saying, but the magnetic field, from what they tell you, is very important. And naturally, when you see the magnetic field shrinking, like in some places like the South Atlantic anomaly, I think is what they call it, I think they say that place, some people say that place has that dip because apparently there was some meteor that hit there and it's radioactive. That's one of the we'll call it a spatial thought, you know what I mean? It's up there. Another thing they say is because it's just a hole, it's hard for you to, the magnetic field ain't perfect all around, you know what I mean? Like it ain't like it ain't a perfect ass, like it has even if you look at other magnetic fields, like the worst magnetic field you want to look at is the nigga Mercury. I don't know what hey, it probably got life on that part, because even they just came out, told you Mercury had ice. So a nigga that don't know See what I'm saying? So a nigga that don't know nothing about isotopes is gonna be like, damn, what the fuck? Nigga, there's. It still is what the fuck. Cause for a planet to be that close to the motherfucking apparent star, and you see how we sizzling right now, they saying it's global warming. You see how we sizzling right now, cause it's solar cycle 7. It's really solar cycle 25, but numerically it's 7. But for us to be sizzling like we are, and I like it, you could only, see from a distance what the fuck is happening on Mercury. And for there to be ice, they say there's ice on the poles. Nigga, I don't give a fuck where is ice at, nigga. Nigga, I don't care. I don't. At all. That whole bitch should be a fiery ball of nothing, nigga. It should be hotter than Venus. So that just tells you itself, it's the components of the planet. There's like probably 50 trillion things that go into a planet, bro. Like, and each thing matters. Like, and now I'm doing the research and understanding a lot of these planetary objects. Like, bro, even the smallest thing matters. Like you could have, like, nigga, in our atmosphere, we got like what? Fucking 0.2% argon. Nigga, argon, they date that to, it's also created through the decay of potassium-40. Now, potassium-40 is a radioactive isotope and coming from the Earth's core. So when potassium-40 is converted and it's then in our atmosphere as argon, they're able to tell how long they could even determine certain processes just off of that, how long the planet's been, you know what I mean? Like, it's just for something that small, like point 0.2, like, what the fuck? Nigga, there's 70% nitrogen in our atmosphere. That's what niggas care about, you know what I mean? But not to go too far off topic, Earth's inner core, there's a lot of changes happening on Earth, just like as there is on these other planets. But I would like to see if any other planets are experiencing this. That should be the next Hubble space silliness. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if any of this is happening on any other planets, which 9 times out of 10 I don't even want y'all niggas to think that we just got like 5. Excuse me. I don't even want y'all niggas to think that we got like 5 planets in our motherfucking solar system, bro. Like, they tell you, what is it? Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. Nigga, no. There's about probably, first of all, the Earth's heliosphere goes out a whole light year. It takes, when the sun has a coronal hole and charged particles are leaving the sun, it takes the particle, the charged particle, 1 motherfucking year to reach the end of the heliosphere. And it's traveling at the speed of light. So if you think we got 9, whatever, you know what I'm saying, we might have 15 other gas planets back there, like, that you don't even know of. And I've even heard of planets being able to switch orbits. How they do that, hey bro, I'm not gonna, beyond me. Planets get kicked out of solar systems all the time. Rogue planets come in and fuck shit up, you know what I mean? Like, shit happens, bro. Like I don't know if these niggas have a communication system. Like, bro, you don't know. Like, it's too it's too much of a high. It's a different type of consciousness. Like, you can't really interpret. Like, planetary consciousness is different. Just like animal consciousness is different, planetary consciousness is way different. Like, so I don't know what's going on in the heavens, but yeah, I would like to know if any of this inner rotation reversal is happening on any other planet, because that would show something very important. I personally wouldn't be scared, because I mean, if it stopped like a nigga say it did, then wow, that was boring. Like, that was but anyways, on to the next one. Neurosciences discovered previously unknown component of the brain's anatomy. Niggas ain't know I was on this one. So essentially, one thing I'm gonna say is, I'm not gonna say y'all find the most important shit last, but y'all's nicest discoveries happen so like I could tell as a pattern, and even of recent medical discoveries, I could tell like it's a lot of lymphatic discoveries. Why is it a lot of lymphatic discoveries that y'all are making? Maybe because y'all niggas ignore the fuck out of the only system in the body that really clears waste like that. Y'all say immune system, but the lymphatic system, I mean, if you mainly composed of, obviously, lymph is just cholesterol apparently. But not to again get too far off. Lymph in your brain obviously is important in this circumstance when it has to do with cerebrospinal fluid. A few things I'm gonna tell you about cerebrospinal fluid is it flows around your brain, right? It's created by I think it's called the choroid plexus, and it's located in the third and fourth ventricle. Now, it's like this mechanism that they just found, the SLYM, its job is to it's to maintain the amount of cerebrospinal fluid that is inside the brain. And obviously that's important because cerebrospinal fluid carries waste, carries a lot of things, and if you contain a lot of cerebrospinal fluid that has waste in it, that glomulates your nerve cells, and that can cause you to have like, you damn near, it's like having like fogged brain pretty much. Let me see. Like, one of the things that they found about this cerebrospinal fluid is that I think is pretty cool, is that it synchronizes with brain waves, which they say that helps it remove waste. So now that adds another component, because now I'm thinking, I don't know, my brain's moving a little bit sideways, but it's just when you're dealing with golly, something like this, bro, will literally cause you to have, it could cause you to have Alzheimer's, bro. Like, you could literally have Alzheimer's because this shit is fucked up, and a nigga, you know what I mean, you don't even know. Like you getting all type of treatments for, they thinking it's this, they thinking it's that, but really, this whole thing is fucked up that niggas ain't never knew before. Let me see if I can find something. The discovery of a new anatomic structure that segregates and helps control the flow of cerebrospinal fluid in and around the brain, now provides us much greater appreciation of the sophisticated role that cerebrospinal fluid plays. Another, cerebrospinal fluid also plays a role in your central nervous system, like that. This is a very important fluid. That's why I'm very like y'all just now, but they say they didn't have the technology. That's what they see. They'll talk all this book, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll talk for like a cool 30 minutes about their professors, you know what I mean, the new innovations they've made in their technology, and then they'll come out and say, yeah, now we've made this discovery. But in all reality, niggas gotta rewrite their textbooks, because they kind of already knew this. It's just, it wouldn't help. You see what I'm saying? Like, it don't help to tell you that you have a lymphatic system that helps drain your bodies of its, pretty much of its waste. Especially in the brain. Like, I know a lot of people that don't even know. Like, I know nurses that don't even know. I'm not gonna stretch and say I know a doctor, but I asked the nigga and he you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking him shit, I don't know. But in all reality, something like this is, it's like when they found the pineal, like, holy shit, like it took y'all niggas that long, like, bro, that's the first thing y'all niggas should have found, bro. What is y'all, bro, that's, bro, you damn near, like, should look at the heart than the pineal, or the pineal than the heart, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro, I don't know, your ancestors even had it on rocks for you, bro. I don't know how much more these niggas could've asked for, like, but as you can see, if this process doesn't, let me actually read some of this for you. The new membrane is very thin and delicate and consists of only one or a few cells in thickness. Yet the SLYM is a tight barrier which allows only small molecules to transport. It seems to separate clean and dirty CSF. Clean and dirty. So the clean obviously coming from your choroid plexus, third ventricle, all your ventricles, going into your subarachnoid space, and then getting it goes into the subarachnoid space, and then it gets absorbed with the subarachnoid villi. There you go. And pretty much it goes into the venous system. Now that's how the new cerebrospinal fluid comes in. Now the old one comes out pretty much with this new process that they're about to tell you. The last observation hints at a likely role that SLYM is in the glymphatic system. So there's the lymphatic, like I told you, and the glymphatic just has to do with the brain. The lymphatic is the rest of their body. So, which requires a controlled flow and exchange of CSF, allowing the influx and fresh CSF while flushing the toxic proteins associated with Alzheimer's. Just like I was going back and saying, you're getting all these toxic proteins stuck in there, ruining your neurons. It's like literally, for you to have Alzheimer's, I don't need to say nothing else. That's the only thing you need to put to scare niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's all you need to put. You don't need to put nothing else. Alzheimer's and the other neurological diseases from the central nervous system. Obviously, if you're gonna fuck your neurons up that send signals throughout the rest of the brain, you're gonna feel that. Which was the subject No, I'm true. I'm skipping. In fact, yeah, which was the subject of recent $13 million grant from National I Don't Give a Fuck. Alright, so pretty much, they, again, telling you some more shit. Hold on, did they find that? While much research papers describe the function of SL, also report its actual presence in. Y'all niggas are actually. This study focuses on the membranes that encase the brain, which create a barrier on the rest of the body from the rest of the body. Keep it bathed in cerebrospinal fluid. The traditional understanding is what is collectively called the meningeal layer. A barrier composed of individual layer known as dura, arachnoid, and pia mater. Bro, this shit right here, I always get upset when they find new shit on the human body. Bro, like, I get it, the human body is very fascinating, but like, it kind of just shows like, how much do you really care about health if y'all don't even know? Granted, like I say, the medical system is very serious. I'm not saying y'all ain't serious, I'm just saying that y'all ain't serious enough. Now, on to the next one. We're gonna talk about rare opportunity to study short-lived volcanic what the fuck? Yeah, these niggas tripping. Rare opportunity to study short-lived volcanic island reveals sulfur metabolizing microbes. Maybe I'm tripping. I had a little something, I'm sorry. So essentially this one, Honga Tonga, it's going back to the microbes that I was talking about. These microbes, like I say, are very important. Like, there ain't no, it's hard to neglect bacteria when your body is made more of bacteria than even human cells. Like, the sulfur-eating bacteria that I know is called like I call it margarita because it's the way Siri said it was something else, but pretty much I call it margarita. But it's a sulfur-eating bacteria and it's pretty large. Now, this right here, like I say, I mean, it erupts pretty much. They go over there, localize some of the areas and start studying the microbes because they believe that some of these microbes were the first ones colonized on this island. Now, again, this ain't something a nigga gotta keep on keeping on, but this is just to tell you again that there is clearly, I just showed you, there's bacteria that eats rock. The niggas waited 2 years. Imagine a nigga waiting 2 years to watch you eat some shit. Bro, I can't even like, that's wild to me. And you eating a rock, first of all, is wild in itself because your metabolitic process has to be very serious. Like, that goes in things like that, right? If you have microbes that eat rock, right? You have them, so you have certain moons, right? That, like Jupiter has those 4 Galilean moons, and most of them get just absolutely just demolished with radiation, except for Ganymede, because Ganymede got its own magnetic field, so it's able to repel some of Jupiter's ionizing radiation from its magnetic sphere, but them other planets, it ain't safe. So essentially these particles, which are, I'm talking heavy, you got Io that has cryovolcanoes that shoot hydrogen and helium and sulfur compounds into space. Into space. And then that shit gets caught up, it gets supercharged in Jupiter's ionosphere, and it helps just to end up getting thrown back at the planets and getting bombarded some more. Like, it's an ongoing process that's being fed, and this process, it helps Jupiter with its, Jupiter be showing auroras sometimes and they don't understand why, but sometimes the auroras match certain volcanic, like you can kind of see in certain charts the volcanic I guess you would say time lapses versus some of the, especially Io, right? If you look at Io right now, and Io right now ain't too happy. I don't know what's wrong with Io. Io changing, I don't know what's wrong with Io. But yeah, you can kind of, so just to, are these on Io? You see what I'm saying? Are these sulfur-eating compounds, even though they're cryovolcanoes, which means they shoot ice, it's not necessarily magma. Fuck it, I still believe it. You don't understand it. You don't, like, the creativity of the creator is not on your level, so you don't understand it. You see what I'm saying? But it's possible. You just gotta, you know what I mean? Gotta understand the science behind it. But essentially, oh yeah, I mean, just to ramble on, because I kind of like talking about this right here. If you got, like I'm saying, these planets, like even with Saturn, that's really the example I wanted to use. I think it's a planet called Mima, and this planet is getting done up. I'm talking absolutely. Saturn is having fun with that. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, bro. If you don't got a magnetic field for yourself, listen to me. The magnetic field of Jupiter will protect its planets from the sun. That's all it's if you, Venus ain't got no help. Nobody's protecting you. The sun is even torching your ass. The sun's magnetic field, or heliosphere is what they call it, that stretches out 1 light year away, they say it's controlled by solar wind. That right there protects us from interstellar gas, interstellar ions that are apparently just way more ionizing. So obviously the more protection you have, the more hospitable you possibly could be. And unless your life just predicates strictly on radiation, which that could be a thing too. Hey, that could be a thing if y'all. But anyways, just to stay on topic, if you have these microbes, that should just give you just plant a little seed, and you know what I mean. Mima is getting bombarded. It's even having to where its surface is changing. That's how that's how ridiculous the amount of electron, proton, all of the, especially, bro, when you literally, I'm saying, when you don't have a magnetic field, it's over for you. Like, especially you as a planet being in, especially if you're around someone else's magnetic field in a certain area, because the Van Allen belt, like even on Earth, they found that the Van Allen belt, see now I'm podcasting, fuck it. They found on Earth that the Van Allen belt got another layer to it. So just like how we went back over here, right? And they found another layer to it. Apparently, they went to Earth, you know what I mean? Did they little self-imaging, obviously. And they were able to find another Van Allen belt with different ions than the other Van Allen belts. Now that's obviously important, but that's another topic. Just to tell you the ionization and that you need these magnetic fields essentially. This is, again, this all kind of goes back, you know what I'm saying, to what we was on in the beginning with the magnetic fields and whatnot. But essentially, this life, it always starts small. You see what I'm saying? The first, I'm not gonna say I know the story of, you know what I'm saying, but I don't know if the first nigga just came like that. I just seen an article that they found. They're looking at subpar milliseconds that equate and that are very important to the transmutation of DNA that cause larger microbes. Like there's almost something that happens in a millisecond. Like you can't even see that shit. And it's very important to pay attention to microbes, bacteria, and things of that nature, because they do tell you a lot. Like I told you earlier, your body is made of more bacteria than it is human cells. Last but not least, solar system may be surrounded by a halo of 10 million interstellar objects. As our solar system makes a 230 million year orbit around the edge of the Milky Way, it occasionally passes by bits of cosmic jet discarded by stars, stray comets, asteroids. Another thing y'all gotta understand, you think it's a rock. See what I'm saying? I think this one that they have, this is the one that they show the most. They love this nigga. This nigga, I think his name is Ophiuchus. No, that's a fucking Zodiac. What the hell? I'm not even gonna try it. Yeah, I can't even do it. I'm doing it in my head. I can't. Nah, I can't do it. But anyways, pretty much, we have right around Jupiter, there's the asteroid belt. Now that asteroid belt, apparently Jupiter saves us. If Jupiter wasn't there, our surface might look like the moon. The moon don't even got tectonic plates, so it can't even put on makeup and hide itself. You see what I'm saying? Like, Earth got tectonic plates, so it could put on makeup and hide itself, you see? But movement of tectonic plates, because you could have them, but they ain't move. Earth has movement of tectonic plates, which changes the landmass, which also changes the, obviously, geological fucking features of the planet. So, essentially, if we didn't have Jupiter where Jupiter was, lovely Jupiter, we would not be here, more than likely. Now, let me keep some of this. Actually, let's keep on going. That's another thing too they got with these rocks, bro. I'm saying, y'all niggas, I would do the same thing. I'm not even gonna hold you. If I wasn't, I ain't gonna hold you. I would do the same thing. You might find a crystal on that hell that's just, you gotta understand, like, this right here, this could be a rock from a exploded planet that you don't know where this came from, bro. A vast universe like the universe that we have, you do not know where this all came from, bro. So it's best that you go ahead and shoot your rocket, go ahead and grab you some samples, grab the biggest chunk you could possibly grab, and bring that shit back without that motherfucker bringing itself back and annihilating us. That's what you gotta do. Comets, I've even heard of comets having volcanoes. That blows my mind. I've heard of comets having magnetic fields. I don't even know how that works. That tells me that there's probably something radioactive in the... So... And look at this, like, what, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't even see this little shine right here. Like, if you seen this hoe, I'm telling you, anything crashes into, I'm running to, if I see that, I'm running straight to that mother. And I'm sorry, I might him, and I might not say something. Hey, I might, sorry, you know what I'm saying? I might, y'all niggas might have to catch me. Oh hell nah, nigga, I gotta catch me, boy. I'm all over them radioactives. But essentially, nigga, this just kind of shows you again, like, orbits on orbits on orbits on orbits, nigga. How many things? That's why they say the universe is chaos and order. Like, how many things could you have? Like, it's just, man, every single time, it doesn't cease to amaze a nigga, blow a nigga top. So pretty much, yeah, that's mainly what I got for you. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, it was... Oh, actually, just to, let me read this for you before we leave. So, asteroids and other chunks of space rock, they got kicked out of their original homes. These niggas even told you, just like our solar system may have once booted out a whole planet. Look, you see this right here? This little... No, I see. Now y'all make me talk about something else. Articles already up here. Planet 9. No, I ain't gonna talk about... This ain't even... They say Planet 9 could be a black hole. They say that motherfucker could be a star. They say it could be its own solar system. They say it could be a planet. Essentially, I've heard it burns iron oxide. I've heard a lot about the ending times, and it's not something I really want to talk about because I kind of know. I share probably a cool 30 to 40% of what I genuinely have, because if I genuinely give niggas, I'm gonna have to do that later when I start building, you know what I'm saying? But as for now, I just gotta give y'all tidbits, you see what I'm saying? Later on, we'll start doing like full on to where a nigga's telling you the name of each and every, like, I'ma bore the fuck out your bitch ass nigga whether you like it or not. I'm just trying to make these hoes not, you know what I mean, like, overly boring for it, because I know I might be reaching some people that don't really understand like advanced terminology like that, so I'm not really gonna, you know what I mean, be like them weirdo ass niggas that every 3 words you need an encyclopedia for, like, bro, like, I'm sorry, I'm good. But essentially, man, like I say, this hoe right here, I don't know why they stay in such a clean orbit. Like, gravity to me is even weird. I mean, they talk about it's a dip in space. See, now I'm rambling. They talk about it's a dip in space, but hey, we gonna get to that another time, because I ain't gonna let y'all, look, you do gotta start moving. But yeah, that's all I got really, yeah. So, essentially, if you like that whole shit, do what you do. Another one coming, might do some more planets. I'm thinking about jumping back to the motherfucking, what's this the human body, but I don't know. I'm thinking about doing this nigga thinking about everything. I'ma see y'all niggas.